We all chase promotions, right? It's the ultimate scorecard at work, the sign that you're winning the game. But what if that shiny new title you're fighting for, what if it's actually the biggest financial trap of your career? So picture the scene. Your boss calls you in, they're singing your praises, telling you how valuable you are. They offer you a brand new title, manager, senior director, whatever. It comes with more work, more stress, of course. You shake hands, you're excited, but then you realize there was no mention of a raise. So did you just get a big win, or did you just get scammed? Well, there's actually a name for this. It's called a dry promotion. And let me tell you, it is everywhere right now. It looks like progress, it feels like progress on your LinkedIn profile. But when you check your bank account, you're in the exact same spot. Only now you're carrying a much, much heavier load. And this isn't some minor annoyance. It's a huge deal. Get this. ADP research found that a staggering 29% of employees who get a promotion without more pay are gone within 1 month. That's nearly a third of people. That's not a retention strategy. That's a company actively pushing its best talent out the door. Okay, so I know what some of you are thinking. A title is good for the resume, I'll get the money later. And, that's a fair point. But have you actually done the math? Let's break down how this supposed honor is actually a pay cut in disguise. All right, just look at the numbers. As an individual contributor, let's say you're making 80 grand a year, working a pretty standard 40-hour week. Your time is worth about $38 an hour. Solid. Then you get that dry promotion to manager. Salary stays put at 80K, but your work week, that just jumped to 55 hours. All of a sudden, your effective hourly rate has tanked to under $28. You were literally getting paid $10 an hour less to do a more difficult job. And what's wild is that this ties into a classic idea from management theory called the Peter Principle. The whole concept is that people get promoted based on being good at their current job, not because they have any aptitude for the next one. So not only are you earning less for your time, but you might have just been shoved into a role you're not equipped for. Basically, you've been set up to fail. So why on earth do companies do this? Is it just about pinching pennies? Well, yeah, that's part of it, but there's a much deeper, more strategic game being played. It's time we take a look at the corporate playbook. It turns out economists figured this out decades ago with something called tournament theory. The idea is that a company is structured just like a tennis tournament. There are very few, very big prizes at the top. The C-suite salaries, the massive bonuses. And just the tiny, remote chance of winning that prize is enough to motivate everybody else to work harder and compete against each other for scraps along the way. And the playbook itself is brutally simple. Step 1, create a giant, glittering prize. Step 2, make sure it's almost impossible to get. Step 3, sit back and watch everyone burn themselves out trying to win. And then, step 4, and this is the genius part, hand out dry promotions, these empty titles, as little wins to keep people hooked. It gives you the feeling of progress without the company having to spend a dime. And this brings us to the real cost of playing this game. It's not just the money you're not getting. It's about the one resource you can never, ever get back. Let's go back to our little calculation. That promotion cost you 15 hours of your life every single week. So let me ask you directly, what could you build for yourself with that time? What asset could you create that you actually own that isn't just a line item in someone else's tournament? I mean, really think about that opportunity cost. With an extra 15 hours a week, you could build that side business you've been talking about for years. You could learn a high-income skill, get certified in something valuable. Or, and this is a big one, you could just rest and avoid burning out completely. That dry promotion isn't just taking your money, it's stealing the future you could be building for yourself. Forbes has a great name for this. They call it the hedonic career treadmill. It's this psychological trap where you're constantly chasing the next promotion, the next title, thinking that will be the thing that finally makes you happy. But you get it, and all that happens is the goalpost moves. It's a system designed to keep you running, not to help you arrive. Okay, you see the trap, you've done the math, you know the playbook, so what do? How do you react when this offer lands in your lap? This is where you stop being a player in their game and you start being the CEO of your own career. First, and this is the most important thing, you need a complete mindset shift. A new title is not a reward, it is not compensation. A new title with all those extra responsibilities attached, that is leverage. That's the start of a negotiation, not the end of it. So, here's your toolkit. You can negotiate. A simple, non-confrontational line like, "I'm really excited for the challenge. Can we talk about how the compensation will reflect these new responsibilities?" It puts the ball right back in their court. You can clarify the scope, pin them down on expectations, or ask for alternatives. A guaranteed salary review in 6 months, a performance bonus, a training budget. And finally, remember the ultimate power move. You can just say no. A polite, "Thank you, but I'm focused on excelling in my current role," tells them you value your time more than an empty title. So let's end on this. Your career isn't a tournament you have to win by playing by their rules. It's a business, your business. And your time and skills are your most valuable products. The real question you have to ask yourself is, are you the CEO of your career, making strategic moves for your own benefit? Or are you just another player in someone else's game, a game where the house is designed to always win?